So the latest name linked with Blackburn Rovers' centre-back position is a Premier League defender. Who is he? I'll tell you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we take a look at the latest name, Premier League name, linked with Rovers, that's right. And he's a defender. He's that all-important left-sided centre-back. Who is he? I'll tell you in a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe. You want some shop for Blackburn Rovers, World Football. We're going to all here under one Roverseas. That's right. His name is Eiran Cashin, that's right. And he currently plays for his football for Brighton Hove Albion. But who is he? And I'll tell you in a second. Big shout out to the members and the patrons. You know who you are. Of course, your non-stop shop for Rovers continues right here. Make sure you subscribe, smash the like wherever you are in the world. Now, I don't usually do this, but of course this link is coming out of Twitter. Of course, Rovers Extra sometimes gets the nail on the head, sometimes he doesn't. He's got this from somewhere. I can't find the actual news article or an actual journalist credible. So you have to take this one with a pinch of salt because it could be a lot of bullshit. But I'm sorry if it is bullshit. But it is a Twitter post made at the back end of June. Yeah, it would be a quality addition. But who is he? Well, I'll tell you in a second. Before that, I'm going to hand you over to Eddie to talk about things we're working on behind the scenes. Eddie, what are we working on behind the scenes?
Ewood Eddie here with some news on our brand new scheme we're looking to implement in the 2025-2026 campaign. What is it? Well, it's affordable away day travel. That's right, us at Blackburn Roverseas hope to implement this brand new scheme for each and every one of the away days taking place in the upcoming campaign. Right now, we're just in the planning stages and we want to know if you are interested in away day travel for the upcoming season. Now, what I need you to do now is, of course, go to this link on the screen right about now. It's a QR code, or maybe drop down in the old description to follow the URL and fill out your name and, of course, maybe some contact information that we can reach out to you when we are 100% committed. Just a reminder that this is just the planning stage of this service. Nothing is 100% as of yet. But the more numbers and the names that we get down in the next few weeks, then of course, then we'll have the ability to make this happen for you guys. Again, looking at what's available at the moment, this does look like an affordable option if we can get the support from you guys. And again, it's just a fantastic way for you to support the channel in another way. Back to you, Dirk, in the studio.
Alrighty then, folks, let's take a look at this fella then. Eiran Cashin is his name. He currently plays for Brighton Hove Albion in the Premier League, formerly of Pride Park and Derby County, and I'm sure they'll be sniffing to try and get him back as well. But who is he? He's just 23 years of age. He can play. He plays left-sided centre-back, left-footed, and he's on the cusps of making it into the Irish national team. But it's not worked out for him at the moment over at Derby. 23 years of age. His attributes 78 in regards to defending, 62 in regards to tackling, 41 creativity, 36 attacking, and 47 in technique. He would be a solid attribute addition to us, but it will be on a loan. That's right. He's played 21 times for Derby last season, chipping in with 21, chipping in with one goal. Of course, that goal was with his head. So he might even been against Blackburn Rovers if my memory serves me. Was it opening day 4-2 win for Rovers? Let me know down below. Got 4 clean sheets as well with him in the squad. He's got a 90% success rate with his passing in his own half, 79% in passing overall, and he's won 63% of the duels on the ground and 67% of the duels in the air. Chipped in with his 5 yellows as well. And look at the heat map. He's absolutely bossed that left-hand side, and of course he would be an absolute coup if we were to get him. But it would be a coup for a little bit, for a minute. Yes, don't get me wrong, I'd love to see it, and we've had some good success rates with loanies in the past in regards to defensive rank. James Hill being one, Paul van der Heck is another one, Tosin Adebayo another one. They've all come in and they've done good, but it just feels like it's it doesn't feel good. I want a player to come in, sign on the dotted line for Rovers for multiple seasons, that we're all competing for the same thing. I get it. It would be. I can see it being a good move for Cashin because he'll get regular minutes as a team that's playing towards the top of the table. Hopefully, I say that hopefully, and I would assume that a deal would be done that Rovers would pay a portion of his wage, and then Brighton would pay the other portion, and then and again, I'd say that word hopefully. we get him to play good enough quality football that Brighton get him back a better player. And again, we have got a good rapport with Brighton. We had Paul Van Heck on him. We had Janissary from them as well, and they come back better players for them. So hopefully we can build upon that relationship we have with Brighton, and get the deal over the line. But again, I would rather still, honestly, if I could have my pick, it would be a player to come and sign for Rovers on a 2 or 3 year deal and get on board with the project. But if it comes down to loans, this guy would be a phenomenal loan. It would be. Anyway, he just plays centre back. He can play left back as well. 197 times he's played at centre back and 13 goals scored as well. And he's worked his way up through the under 21, through the Irish system, or under 18s and 21s. He will be an Irish international within too long as well. Moving forward, he has played again over the course of his time a lot times in the Premier League for Brighton. Those are the 2 matches right there. And again, worked his way through the Derby system. And again, it would be a nice little kick in the bollocks if we were to have this guy on our pitch on the 150th anniversary for Rovers against Derby on November the 8th to kind of maybe get a winner, stick it on the back of his head there and put it in the back of the net. Would be an absolutely phenomenal one. Again, he's played a lot of games at League One and Championship level. And yeah, don't get me wrong, he was a good player for Derby when they had him in the Championship last season before he made the switch. And a big money move as well. I think it was around about 5, 6, 7, even 8 million perhaps. I don't know. I don't know the number in regards to the deal. But this is the void that we're trying to fill. I know it looks stupid, but Danny Bart, 34 years of age, valued at 200,000, plays for Derby County now. He did fill in alongside Dom Hyam in that deadly duo, a very solid defensive partnership. Eiran Cashin would come in on that left-hand side. He's a little shorter than that, and Danny Bart, less of an opposing figure, but more versatile, more agile, and more ready to put down the miles on the pitch. Of course, Danny Bart, he's probably, yes, 34 years of age. He will be 35 in September, and he is a solid pair of legs. But if you were a betting man, or if you could have your pick, these two, you would definitely go for Eiran Cashin, surely. So again, it would be a little kick in the bollocks to Derby to see this guy turn up against them throughout the season. Again, he's played not as many games as Danny Bart. Danny Bart is a esteemed pro. He's got 13 more years on Cashin, or 10 years or so. But when you look at it, on average, he chips in with more goals than Danny Bart does as well. Goal every 1,100 minutes compared to Danny's 1,500. But it's not all about goals. It's all about trying to keep out the goals. And I think Cashin would be great. Again, he falls into that sort of handful of players that we're looking at. I think we're just trying to get one left-sided centre-back, and then of course over the course of the summer we have linked with a few of them, and at the moment nothing seems to be coming into fruition. I think this one would be, if we're going to make this deal, it would be a deal that's probably in an August, towards the back end of the transfer window, where everything else seems to have fallen apart. No other serious deals, and then we'll be looking at Scotty Wharton starting out the season, Cashin hopefully coming in at the back of the bell. Hopefully not. I've said hopefully too many times in this video, but we'll see. Cashin would be a great addition, but it would be a loan, and it would only be a short-term deal, and we'd have to say goodbye to him at the end of the season, because I don't think, unless something redonkulously happened at the end of the season, then we are to be in the promised land, and that's the Premier League, because then we'd want to bring him back. But that's a long way away. So right now it's just trying to get the players in, get the depth in. Cashin, unfortunately, seems like a player too good to happen for us, honestly. But we'll see what happens. Eddie, what do you think?
Hey, with Eddie back once again, but this time I don't want your money. No, I want your name, your voice, your Rovers memories. That's right. We started a social media project over on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, showcasing 150 Blackburn Rovers memories. I've asked fans from around the globe to drop their Rovers memories, but of course I need more of them. That's right. 150 is a big number, and we need some more, and that's where you come in. That's right. Whether it's the best player, best goal, best shirt, best moment in regards to Blackburn Rovers, I want to hear about it. So if you want to do that, again, follow that link. There is also one down in the description, and drop it in there. Of course, that memory will be featured over on Twitter on a day of its own, and then of course together in a master video when we drop it on November the 5th to celebrate Blackburn Rovers 150th anniversary. So please do me a favour and drop your Rovers memory. But anyway, once again, back to Dirk to wrap up the show.
Appreciate it, Eddie. Thanks again for your work behind the scenes. Again, if you want to help us out, we're looking for Blackburn Rovers memories, and also we're looking at away day travel if you want to go to the games to maybe see Cashin in action for Rovers if he was to come in over the summer. But until then, I'll see you soon when we return. But until then, I'm out.